So a lot of people have asked about glyphs, what to use, or the talents, whatnot. Generally speaking, in red, purple, green, you want whatever the energy reductions ones are called. This right here, or that's not it. This up here. This up here and this up here. Now down here, you have a bit more of a choice, and the choice is really between grappling distance and skill cooldown. A lot of people run half and half. I was running half and half, but I never really saw myself getting a second spot on Balda anyway. If you get land F1, the fight should be over. And if you're using F2, it has like a 20-something cooldown, and Balda has no escapes beside that, so you're probably not going to get it again. So I just went back to using all grapple distance, but on someone like a Viper, going like half skill cooldown can be like essential to make sure you get 2 abilities off every single fight. It could be essential to Matari because of the fact of how her blinks have like a 20% cooldown, and if you get like 10%, that's 2.5 seconds off. She has 2 of them. You're getting your third blink roughly 5 seconds faster, always, which can make or break a lot of situations for her to escape. Characters like Tarka, cooldown is pretty useless on. You could technically try it, but I don't really like it. On Monk, it might be a bit more applicable because all he really can do is fight and try to delay fights till he gets spelled again. You can do it. I'm not sure about Kurumi. I don't have any experience playing her in the slightest, but it probably is actually pretty good on her, just for like the 10% or the 9% or whatever. And then to Mulch, I don't know enough. I only played him in threes, and threes is a different game. If you're playing threes, you can actually circumvent using some of this energy for Rage Gang. As ultimates play the biggest part in threes to begin with anyway, and all you have to do is just make sure you always have ult up for every fight. Some people even like go as far as to running initial rage and just fight you at the spawn, but it's not really that ideal in my opinion. The reason that you don't use anything else though is because energy is way too important. This needs to just be the default. Like these 4 need to just be the default, and they need to add in more interesting things here. Because the game can also feel really bad if you're a new player and you don't have everything unlocked. I have a 1 Smurf account, and it's like level 24 that I used to play on in the mornings when I can't get queues at all. And playing on that is just a completely different game than playing with all of this. Now, the reason these are all bad, though, is because it's like, you don't care about luck and dark. Like, luck is a useless stat. Even with 1200, it's like a plus 3% increase or something like that. To get purples, and that's not what you need, right? Energy loss, like who cares? Yeah, like this is like this is like only useful when you're dead. It's useless. And it's only in teams. Maybe you could do something with this, but like you can't buy armor with the gold anyway, so there's no point. Same thing down here. It's pretty useless. This is, I used these in Tarka originally. This is all I'd recommend if you're actually gonna rage in Tarka. It's just the passive regen ones, but people go all out. Here, like, what do we got here? Like rage damage is just more rage increase. Rage damage taken, like enemy HP bar time is useless because you can extend HP bar times by just smashing lock on. Like, if a Matari is trying to run from you in her ult, you can just keep smashing the lock-on button, which is why I have it bound to a mouse, and you can just keep tracking her that way. Let's see, what does the green have? I don't even know. Like, Rift Dealer discount. Like, this one might be okay. If energy wasn't in the game, this would probably be pretty good. But unfortunately, energy's in the game. Same with Rescue Speed. It might be actually pretty good at that point, just because there's certain things you could do, unlike Kurumi with that in trios. And Initial Rage you could cheese with. Like, down here, grappling distance is a lot better than people are thinking right now. At least more newer players don't realize how good it is. That makes or breaks a lot of situations. Like I said, luck is a useless stat. Again, this would be okay if energy wasn't like in the game. Realistically, you can rat in this game pretty easy in the fog, but it doesn't really matter. Like, the best way to rat in the fog would be to find a tuna and just sit in it. But the thing is, this tuna would out heals fog damage until it's tier 5, when it reduces your healing by 90%. So this is pretty much useless. Obviously skill cooldown is good. It just depends on the character you're playing, depends on the situations you're in. And again, like Vipers want some skill cooldown. 12-second cooldown on a dragon punch, essentially. It's pretty broken. I think that's pretty much it for the talents, though. So really the only thing that I would argue is choice, again, is, still cooldown versus grappling speed, or grappling distance, not speed. And then potentially using a rage on someone like Tarka. But that's it. Peace.